All right. I don't know. I don't know what title I'm going to give this video. It depends on when I finally design the thumbnail. Am I going to title it "Does Size Matter?" or am I going to title it "How Big or thick it should be"? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's not act like children. And the reason why I'm thinking about this title is because it's a question that a female asked my client before marriage. Okay. In this video, I'm actually going to speak to you about, it's going to be about relationship advice, but it's also going to focus on some of the inappropriate questions females ask nowadays. And more than that, it's going to be, how do you gauge the character of a woman, especially if you're going to get married? And should you get married to such women? Maybe I'll even put the title, types of women you should not get married or stay away from these women. Okay. Now, understand right off the bat that my channel is predominantly viewed by men. So obviously I'm going to speak on problems related to men and questions men ask. I do get once a while, very rarely do I get a female client asking me, advice on anything, maybe because of the way I look or the way I am, or, very few females watch YouTube. So in this video, I'm going to discuss these questions which were asked to one of my clients. Obviously, I will not use, I'll not give you his identity. And I'll also tell you, such females, seriously, you should keep away from them. These are females you should only make friends with or enjoy or have a good time, go for a date, but they are not marriage material. They are not women you should think of having a long-term relationship or think of, building a foundation, a family. And I'll tell you why. Okay. So feel free, comment down below. And remember, this is not a kind of, we men should hate women or the typical Andrew Tate misogynist kind of channel. I like to keep things very balanced. Feel free and criticize me all you like. If you feel I'm saying something wrong, I would love to hear what you think. Now, let's get one thing right off the bat. Okay, one thing which you definitely will have, some of you, especially the youngsters, they will say, oh, double standards. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, okay. So guys can sleep around. Girls cannot sleep around. So you have a different set of rules for men and you have a different set of rules for women. Kadak chai, by the way. A different set of rules for men and different set of rules for women. Okay. And when nothing else works out, what about your daughter? Would you like your daughter to do like this? What about, they try to get personal, and because they feel I'm attacking them personally, or they feel I'm attacking their value systems or what they hold close to their heart. So, when you can't debate on ideas, you start attacking people personally. They'll always rope in my daughter or my wife. Oh, so what about your daughter? What if I do this to your daughter? What if that? What about your daughter's, whatever. You can use your imagination. Okay, so let's, one thing, let me get out of the way. One is, I'm not a misogynist, or if you want, you can call me that. Neither am I going to tell you in the way Andrew Tate says, those bitches, keep them in their place, and, it doesn't work out that way. Okay, I have a wife. You think I'm going, I'm going on to tell you, hey, listen, you bet you be like that. No. Yes, I have to be the alpha male in the house. I have to be the man of the house. I have to assert my authority when I feel it's being overstepped on, or when I feel she's, they say give a finger and take the hand. Because I'm paying the bills, I'm taking care of her, I'm the man of the house, I am 16, 17 years elder to her, I've seen more of life. So, we have agreed, mutually we have agreed, I'm the man of the house. But if in case she was earning more than me, she was taking care of me, or she was equal to me, the dynamics would be different. Okay. So now coming to The second rule. Why different set of rules for men? Why different set of rules for women? Which I'm unapologetic about. It's very simple. Men are built differently. Women are built differently. Okay? I'm not talking of the transgender, LGBTQ plus. No. Giving birth is only females can do that. Okay? The one with a, if you go XY chromosome or XX chromosome or whatever, YY chromosome, I don't know what, I'm not very much, I don't remember science. Let me say, male is XY chromosome, X or Y chromosome. Well, see, I have to check this also. Okay, female is XX, male is XY. See, I'm so bad at studies. I told you, I'm a school, college dropout, whatever. So, female is XX, male is XY. Okay? So, female with XX chromosome, she gives birth to a baby. Men cannot, XY chromosome cannot give birth to a baby. Okay? So now, when a female XX chromosome gives birth to a baby, it comes out from her body. Her skeleton system is different. Her biology is different. She gives breast milk. She takes care of the baby. The heat of the mother, the body heat, the touch of the skin, the love, the affection, which a man can never give, and a man doesn't have that capacity. Okay? The ability to bear this pain, this sacrifice, only a woman has. So we have to give credit to a woman, and we have to accept that these are things women only can do. A man can do. So you cannot have the same rules for a man when the biology is different. When one gives birth, one cannot give birth. When they both have sex, but one will get pregnant, one will not. And then you have testosterone. You know what I'm talking about. Let me not get into this. So that is why the rules are also different. Why does a man want to get married to a young female? So she can give birth, the complications of birth, her body can heal faster. Yeah, if you get married to a female who's in her 50s and 60s, where she will give birth, Baba? She will finish and she'll get into the menopause and all that and finished. And always keep this on. When a girl is young, when a girl is beautiful, when, it's the animal instinct. She releases those pheromones or whatever. It's more like mating, It's more like the animal instinct comes out. So when a girl is fully developed to give birth, she gives off that scent or that, forgive me, I'm not very much of a science guy. I'm giving in layman's terms. She will attract a man when she's ripe for sex. And remember, the animal biology is ripe for sex. What is the purpose of sex? The purpose of sex was to give birth to a child, to give birth to offspring, to continue. Why a woman would be ready for sex was not for pleasure. These birth control pills, this ability to have sex without giving birth. This all came because man discovered or created these contraceptive pills, and then a female could have sex without having the pressure, oh, I'm going to get pregnant. So she could act like, no, I'm a total virgin. I never have sex. Where is the baby? And then on top of that, as lifestyles changed, as people changed, women, they could work like men. Before, women were only limited to being at home, cook food, take care of mother, father, be like a wife, a nurturing mother. The feminine roles of the kitchen, the cleaning, the taking care of the children. But now you have a world where women are given freedom. Women can go anywhere. Women were not allowed to go to marathons. Women were to take part in sports. Women were not allowed to travel. Women were not allowed to work. Today, women can do all this. And it's become to such an extent where women have even said, why do we need men? Yeah, we have seen those videos where the men answer from military to the tough, masculine jobs that involve muscles, testosterone, strength, that involves you ready to kill yourself, kill or be killed to protect a woman. You need a man. Okay. So it's a given. Let's not get into that. So now when you consider all these facts, a woman should be feminine. A woman should act, behave, and talk like a female. Not talk, act, and behave like a man. One second. So when a woman stops being feminine, stops being a woman of character, and starts being, for lack of a better word, more like a, social, not social worker, sex worker, more like, I don't want to use the term whore or, slut or whatever. Okay, I use that word. But a woman of character. Just imagine, this guy wanted to get married to this girl. And one of the conditions of this girl was, how big is your, straight away, how big is your dick? How big is your penis? Standing, when it is not aroused, when it's aroused, how thick is it? Can you imagine the character of this girl? I told that guy, the client of mine, he's not a boy, he's not a small boy, he's in his 30s. I told him, boss, would your mother ask your father this question? Do you think? He said, no, my father, mother would not talk like this. Do you think you can bring this topic in front of your mother and father, that she would discuss in front of you, how big is your son's sausage? How big, how thick? I want to know. Do you think she would ask? No. Why she ask? Oh, it's a very intimate thing. No, it's not an intimate. It shows her character. It's because she went on this sausage festival with various sausages. She's comfortable. It's because her upbringing was such, her character is such, that she measures the value of a man with his appendage, with his body part. I said, it is as shallow as going to a mother and father and saying, how big are your daughter's boobs? Can you please send me the measurement? Can you tell me how big is her opening? Are those lips outside? Are they inside? Is it tight? Like, imagine a guy asking a girl before marriage, how tight is your, pum pum? How tight is it? Oh, can you show me how much hair is there? You'll say, yeah, girl, Loy, okay. Then imagine a female asking these questions. And here's one more thing. Even if the female doesn't ask these questions, but a female has experienced all this, do you think that female has the character? Now I know what your next objection or doubt or question would be. Loy, so does that mean you are going to hunt for a virgin? Okay, where will you get a virgin? In today's day and age, where will you get a virgin? And why should it's okay for a man to sleep around, not a woman? Oh, so you could sleep around and woman cannot. It comes down to the simple statements I gave you before. Who gets pregnant? Okay? See, men, whether you like it or not, men's biology is, sex is different, love is different. A man can shag 10, 20 females, watch porn without having any feelings. That is why a female, normal, general females, when they see porn, they don't feel anything. They're like, what is this? But for a man, he just looks, he'll be, ooh, finish. Why? Because they're built, the biology is different, boss. So, don't try to mix both of them and justify it. I'm not saying that a man should be given a free ticket to sleep around. No, that is also not there. If tomorrow my daughter were to marry someone, I will not accept, or it shouldn't be acceptable that the guy says, oh, the biology of man should be to sleep around. Ha ha ha. So I'll sleep around, but I'll come to you for love. As a father, I would not allow that. I would not appreciate that. See, I was a playboy. This is not something about bragging. These are facts. This is what I was. I didn't have proper upbringing. I didn't have proper role models. I was a guy oozing with testosterone. And on top of that, I took steroids. So there was even more testosterone production, and which is why I just felt like sex 24/7. And given the fact that there were very less avenues apart from bodybuilding for me to enjoy, I took sex as a sport. I enjoyed the thrill of the chase. The psychology also, it was involved, where I would evaluate my value. The more girls you get, the more you're like James Bond, or you're like these Hollywood stars, like you're this alpha male. Why? Because so many girls like you. But as you become older, as you become more mature, as father time or life just takes you. You realize that's not the sense of self-worth. Today, I don't have any girlfriends. And I don't want any. Are there girls who find me sexy? Yeah, whatever. 2 or 3 girls you get per month. Oh, you're so hot. Oh, I wish I had you. I'll come down. We can spend time together. Yeah. Do I feel flattered? Yes. But do I think, oh, that is my self-worth? No. Because that is just one facet of my life, sex. It's not the whole thing. When I was young, the more the females, because of Hollywood, because of media, I thought my value was more. What I realized is that's not the measure of a man. Then I started to focus on career. Then I started to focus on money. Now, obviously, I'm not going to say the measure of the man is money, but the measure of a man is how he executes his responsibilities. I have a daughter. It's my responsibility to take care of her. I have a wife who is depending on me. I have to provide for her. So if I can provide for both of them, that for me is being a man. Today, that is my value. I can make money online, sitting at home. That for me is a measure of being a man. That I don't have to go like this. Please, sir, give me a job, sir. Please, sir. No. Sitting here with self-respect, people come to me. That I consider as a man. Yes, some people consider muscles as being a man. Fine. You can protect your family. You're strong. That is. So these are small aspects of being a man. Now coming to this female, look, you're talking about a woman who's going to be your best friend, a woman who's going to be your soulmate, a woman who your daughter should become like. But can you imagine that your daughter, you thinking of having a daughter who's going to ask him, how big is the size of your sausage? Can you tell me? Is that the kind of daughter you want? Is that the kind of values you'll treat or, teach your child? In fact, if you have a son, would you appreciate if the girl asks your son, how big is your sausage so that I can marry you? How thick is it? Does it give pleasure? What about the hair down there? Wouldn't you look at that girl and say, yuck? So let's stop and look for these immature keyboard warriors who are like, oh, double standard. Please, this is not my channel for you. Andrew Tate is your God. He's your father. He's your role model. He's your brother. Go there. Have those discussions there, not here. I told my client straight up. In fact, you'll be shocked to know, I actually took the phone, went to my wife, showed when we both were there, and I asked my wife, before getting married to me, did you ask me how big my sausage was? In front of my wife. My wife was like, what? She was like, no, I didn't ask. Did you ask how thick is it? No. Did you ask, because I'm Indian, do you wash it down there? She said, no way. She was like, but my wife knows how I am, like how I talk to my clients straight off. She was like, no. I said, what about our daughter? Would you want our daughter to ask such questions? Our daughter. She said, no. My wife said, I want someone who love and take care of my daughter, who can provide. She said, I married you because I saw in your eyes. This is what my wife always tells me, that you are a good, loving, genuine man. She didn't ask for the size of my appendage. She didn't ask how thick it was. She didn't ask me my bank balance. She didn't ask me how much you earn. She didn't ask me. All my wife wanted was, can you love me and take care of me and have a family? So, bottom line, what I'm trying to tell you is, what is your priority, boss? If you have self-worth, I told this guy, the problem with you, you're a simp. Okay, you need to start learning to be a man. Start putting your foot down. These women that you are looking, these are not marriage material. These are just, for lack of a better word, these are fuckable entities. You just enjoy and bye-bye. It's like going to one of those red light districts. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. You gave money, provided a service. Thank you very much. Don't treat them like dirt. They are sex workers. You had your time. Bye-bye. And you would always ask me, oh, what about your son? What about your daughter? Both of them, I would teach them the same thing. For my daughter, I would tell her, look, for daughter and son, both different set of rules. For my son, and since you're watching the video, I might as well just say it. For my son, I'll just tell him, look, you can get any girl in this world, provided you have money, you have success, you have character. Any girl, even that young man, I told him, you can get any girl, boss. Go to any third world country and just say your foreign passport. Even if you're Indian with a foreign passport, or if you're Indian and a lot of money, you'll get a line of girls. Don't be desperate for a girl. For my daughter, first thing I would tell her is, focus on being independent. Have your own money. Have your own independence. So you're not depending, you're not going to a man like this. You don't care whether the man is not there. So that is number one. Number two is, you decide what kind of life you want. Do you want a life where you have a child, a family? Do you want to be a housewife? Do you want to be a caretaker? Do you want the man earning the same as you? Or do you want to earn more than the man and take care of the man? Or do you want the man to take care of you? You decide. And once you reach a certain point of being an adult, you have to pay the price. And I'll tell her, 100% I'll tell my daughter, it's a man's world. It's very unfair to women. And once you already have sex or you have a baby, your value diminishes. It goes down, 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 down. And then, it's like a second-hand car. The value is no more. But for men, the more sex you have, the more money you have, men can always get a female. But for women, it's different. And as a father, I'll tell my daughter this. I said, after you give birth, your body will not be the same. You will lose all that looks, the youthfulness, everything. And no man wants a woman with baggage, whether you like it or not. I'll tell my daughter this. So that is why I'll focus on my daughter being independent, so she can call her shots. Because she will not have a mother and father. She will not have me and my wife forever. We will die. She has to take care of herself. And remember, which I've always told you, when a man and woman have sex, it's not the man who gets pregnant, it's a woman. In a male-dominated society, man has always the upper hand. Men are given a free ride. Women, no, they can't. So anyway, this is what I told that young man. I hope he listens to my advice and doesn't marry that girl. I told him she's not marriage material. She's just like a condom. Use once. Bye-bye. Keep it at that. Anyway, this is what I told him, because I look at him as a young man. I would tell my son the same thing. There are women meant to love. There are women who are meant for sex. There are women who are just meant for friends. This female is not for marriage, is not for wife, mother, family, is not for keeps. This is only for fun. Enjoy, have fun. Red light district kind of type. Anyway, you let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Agree, disagree, love to hear what you have to say. This is me signing off. Take care.